Hey guys, Spooks here. It's been a good while, but I'm giving you a May guide today. So, let's have fun. Today we're going to talk about 4 essential things to play May: positioning, targeting, walling, and freezing. First off, we're going to be talking about positioning in this clip, because with May, you have to remember that you're not a tank, but you're not a fighter. You're a disabler. When you go into a team, you want them to not move. That's all you do. So you want to flank. When I flank here, I immediately get a pick and force their healer to break away from their team. Sure, I had to disengage quickly, but that's not a problem. So let's recap. You want to flank, preferably alone, prioritize damage or healing, and engage or disengage quickly. Let's break this clip down real fast. I target the Symmetra, taking her out immediately, making the Mercy go behind the team. McCree comes up from the right and stuns me, making me wall off and then disengage immediately. I didn't try fighting that May. If I would have fought that May, I could have got frozen and picked off, and that would have made it even harder for my team to swamp the point. Now, when it comes to positioning with May, it can get tricky, because sometimes you can full-on 1v5 in an entire enemy team, or you can get completely screwed. Most of the time, consistently, you want to be alone, engage quickly, take a pick, disengage, and just run away with what you got. Your goal is to be annoying, not effective. But that's just one part. That's a quarter. Next, let's talk about targeting. Targeting is essential for any hero you play, but with May it's special, because since you're a disabler, you don't look for damage to kill, you look for damage to stop. So when you're running into a team, probably looking at about 2 tanks, a healer, and a good amount of damage, you're probably going to be wanting to take out the damage first. But with May, you actually want to disable their tanks. The tanks are more effective, because when the tanks go in and they're still with their team, they're absorbing damage, and when you freeze them, it completely leaves them open to charge both your ult and your allies' ult. So when you freeze the tank and they're dead, you move on to damage and then support, or support and then damage. But real quick, let's recap this, okay? You want to get the support, of course, and DPS is always a must, but you need to avoid Orisa. Orisa can completely negate your shit. So let's look at this. We want that Junkrat, highest DPS on the point right now. I use a wall to separate them. I should not have iced, but it's whatever. I get that Reaper coming at me, target him down, get him frozen, and then I throw up a wall to avoid him from like running away, because don't want that. So that forces him to go into that little ghosty ghoul and run away, and that leaves Mercy open. I tried targeting her, but that just didn't go well. I lost that fight. What can I say? You're not always going to win, but you're not always going to lose. And it all bases on who your targets are. In that fight, I was scattered. I was targeting about 3 or 4 people at a time when I should have been targeting 1 or 2. So, again, when you're targeting your enemy, target either the tank, especially if they have a Reinhardt or a Roadhog, and then their supports, especially if they have Mercy. Mercy should be taken down no matter what. And after that, go for their DPS and whatever else they have left. But next, we have walls. Walling the enemy and yourself and your allies is so effective. Walls are so underrated, especially May's wall. So watch this, alright? I throw my ult, and you're going to see something really magical. I'm proud of myself on this one, because this was a very well-timed wall that sacrificed the Mercy but saved me and ended up saving the point. So you see that right there? I threw my wall up and stopped the Junkrat ult. So let's recap with the walls. You want to use walls to stop damage, trap enemies in tight spaces, completely stop choke rushes, and you can even use it to split the enemy. So again, let's recap this play. I throw my ult in, forcing the Reinhardt to run away. I immediately target the Lucio to get him down and out of the way. And then I hear a Junkrat ult after I get tugged by the Roadhog. So I back up immediately and throw up my wall at the right time to stop that tire. And then I immediately disengage, getting away from the Reinhardt. That was classic Mei douchebaggery, and that's what you want. Walls can stop everything from Roadhogs to Divas to even Reinhardts. Imagine a powered up Reinhardt with an Ana boost coming at you, and you just throw up a wall. The next thing he knows, he's just swinging at a wall, and you're running away being annoying. That's all you want with Mei, especially with her walls, because a wall, like if you're charging at an enemy, you can use your wall to stop them from escaping. If you see a Reinhardt charging at you, you throw up your wall, it stops them. Walls are glorious, but not as glorious as freezing your enemy. That's right. When you freeze an enemy and they're stuck staring at your smug face as you spear them in it, it's the most empowering feeling that you'll ever feel. Now, I'm a little sad because it's difficult to get super impressive tutorial-based shots with Mei's Ice Ray, Ice Beam, Spray, whatever it is, because it's her basic attack. It's the number one thing she does. It's not glorious, it's not festive, it's just, I'm freezing you. But that freeze is the most bullshit thing in this game. You have a Junkrat that's trying to come at the enemy team. Freeze him. Don't kill him, because his passive where he dies and drops his bombs could kill people. You freeze him and knock him away with a Lucio, no more Junkrat problems. Or if you have a Roadhog that's ulting and you can get behind him and freeze him, completely stops his ult. Same with Soldier, same with Reaper. It's nasty. And look at this right here. Whenever I try to play with this Zarya, I'm not trying to kill her, and she knows this. I'm trying to make sure that my allies can push the payload, and she's stupid enough to fight me. It's not on her. She ended up adding me after the game. She was really awesome about it, but she really should have paid attention to the payload rather than the Mei who just kept freezing her. It's bizarre how effective the freeze is. It's a very long stun, and it gets built up by a slow. And movement is everything in Overwatch. You move to dodge bullets, dodge ults, dodge abilities. You have to move, because if you don't move, you're gonna get killed. That's the thing about it. But yeah, I hope this stuff helped you. I hope it gave you an idea on how to play Mei. And as always, guys, stay happy. Peace. Real quick, guys, I want to get a little personal. I want to talk. So, I understand that I'm very scattered with putting out my videos. I put out maybe a video a month, and it doesn't do well for spreading my channel. And I get that. But see, the problem was, at the time that I started this channel, I was in a position where I couldn't record regularly. I was sleeping in a living room. That's where I was set up. There was always somebody just in there being loud, so I couldn't record. And recently, I moved into a house. I have my own room now, so I can record audio at any time that I want. And it's wonderful because once I got this room, once I got set up and I got my whole computer set up, I was able to start recording again. I have been working on this video for almost a week now. In between playing May, getting enough experience and time into her to actually have the knowledge on to give a guide, on top of getting the footage that you saw, plus editing and recording the audio. It took so long. I have over 10 hours on May now, and that was playing almost a completely 25 to 30 levels of her, and only her. I have a goal for myself. I want to do 100 levels of May, and then once I get that achieved, I'm going to move on to a new hero to make a new guide for it, and that's what I want to ask you guys. Out of Symmetra, Zarya, Mercy, or Torbjorn, who would y'all want to see as a guide? I have plenty of time into both Mercy and Torbjorn, so I could give a reliable guide within a week. It's just recording the gameplay and editing that I'd have to do. But other than that, I do have kind of a favor to ask. You see, my computer is a laptop. I use a laptop. It's an old Toshiba laptop that amazingly performs. It's a wonderful computer that has been reliable since I've got it. But I want to put out more videos. Not more videos. Well, yes, I do want to put out more videos, but I want to put out better quality videos. When I'm playing and I'm recording, I can tell that my frame rate is low because I'm experiencing it too. And that adversely affects my gameplay. But if I were to say, get even a mid-level personal PC, I could definitely record better. I will be leaving my PayPal email in the description below. And if you are willing and wanting to donate in order for me to get a better PC, it is greatly appreciated. And if you do, I will go as far as even adding you into videos, bringing you in to play different games or collaborate with you if you have your own channel. But other than that, guys, thanks for listening, and remember, subscribe and comment if you want to know more on how to play May, or if I didn't cover something that you're confused about. But anyhow, stay frosty.